Good morning, everyone. In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning about the ChromeOS feature called Select to Speak. This is very similar to ChromeVox, except instead of reading an entire page to you, it's only going to read a group of text or text that you have selected. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The first thing you want to do is turn on Select to Speak. We can do that by accessing the Accessibility Features menu from the menu down here where the clock is. So just click down there where the clock is, where your Wi-Fi bar is, find accessibility. If you don't see accessibility, you can go up just a little bit above and get the settings toggle. When you click that, it'll open your settings menu. But since we have accessibility here, we're going to click that, click Select to Speak, and now it's turned on. That's it. There are some more options we'll cover at the very end, but for now, let's go ahead and dive right in. We're going to open up the browser. And any text that you want to select, this relies a lot on shortcuts unless you want to click on and off each time you want to have something selected. So right now, if you see in the bottom right, there is a little speaker icon with a slash through it. So it's not going to be reading any text. So we want to click that. It's going to change to a little part of a corner of a box with an arrow down to it. The next thing that we click on, it's going to read that.
He was the son of King Gorm the Old and of Thyra-Danabad. Harold ruled as king.
Run this before, you will get a prompt to say, or that does say, do you want to use the natural voice? It does require an internet connection for that, but it is much better than the traditional ChromeVox robotic voice. Now, we've shown how to turn that on and off. Now you'll notice the line is back through the speaker. So the next thing I click on, it's not going to read. But if we click on the speaker again, it changes to the little corner box with an arrow. And again, the next thing we click on, it's going.
He was the son of King Gorm the Old and of Thyra-Danabad.
Having to click on that, especially if you have something else like a screen magnifier turned on, that can be kind of tedious. So the shortcut keys really come into play here. So if we want to read something that we haven't clicked on yet, we can hold down the search key and click.
He was the son of King Gorm the Old and of Thyra-Danabad.
Kind of group it together for you.
Harold ruled as king.
Now say you already have found something and you want it to read. So we're going to come down here and we're just going to read this little spot. There we go. And if you hold down that search key again and press S,
alongside the alternative nickname,
that's it. It only reads your selected text instead of holding down the search key and clicking on a paragraph. Of course, like we mentioned, that will read the entire paragraph or the grouped text. But if you select your text beforehand and press search key S, it's just going to read what's on the screen there. It actually didn't because I had paused it. So let's select nickname, search key S.
Nickname.
That's it. And again, if you hold down the search key and click on a group or click on a paragraph,
the first documented appearance of Harold's nickname, Bluetooth, as Old Norse, is in a written CA.
There could be a slight delay of it beginning to read that. As you notice there, I clicked on it. It was getting everything ready on that page. But that's really all there is to Select to Speak. It's very, very fast, very easy to use. It works great with screen magnifiers. And as a little bit of a bonus, when you go into your settings menu, we're going to click on the clock down there. But this time we're going to go into settings. If your accessibility settings are not turned on, when you come into settings, click Advanced, scroll down near the bottom, you'll see accessibility. And I always check to always show accessibility options in the system menu. If you don't see accessibility settings and you're on a school managed device or a business owned device, I highly recommend that you email your administrators and have them enable that. That is if you cannot turn on accessibility features. But now we're going to manage accessibility features. Click on this. We don't want to turn on ChromeVox, but if you don't have Select to Speak enabled, you can just toggle that on. We're going to open the Select to Speak settings, and here is where a lot of the power comes into this. So you can change your device language from English to Spanish to other languages, but your preferred voice, we're using the natural voice. You can change this as well, but the natural voice is really nice. So if you choose natural voice, these are the non-robotic ones. There is a myriad of devices or of voices you can choose from Australian to Indian. There's Russian, there's Ukrainian, German, Indonesian, and they all, while they'll still read it in your system language, if your device is in another language, say Spanish or Japanese, and then you selected one of those natural voices, it will make that text really pronunciate much better, much more clearly. And of course, you can preview it here. You can also really, you can change the highlight of each word. So it gives you a sample here. You can customize that highlight, but what I like to do is change it to shade the background content. That's very nice because if you have anyone with a visual impairment, shading the background can really make those letters pop. In combination with a screen magnifier, it's a very powerful assistive tool. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And if there's anything specifically you'd like to see in future videos, please let me know. Have a great day.